Yeah, that's the view from my office. You're probably wondering where Gary Gregg really likes his plants. So, like, where does he live? I'll show you where I've been living, at least for the past 3 days. I've been living in my office. And there is my beautiful double Phoenix Dactylifera right there. We're going to have a hammock in between that. Here's my beautiful soon-to-be demonstration garden. It's going to look amazing. Give me time. Here's all my fun trinkets that I have on my desk to make me happy. And there is the drawing of what my daughter drew for me, the view from my office while she was sitting in here. And that are the two leaning date palms. Actually, there's some container plants out there that are gone now. But anyway, yeah, so this is where I live. This is where I sleep, right there. Folds into a bed. This is where I eat, which is why we're gonna take this video. And that is where I work. And I figure I've got a better TV here than I do at home. Why not take advantage of it? And I just figured out how to get the whole sound system going. So we're gonna have music outside. It's gonna be like one big fiesta. But right now, you're wondering, well, what does Gary Gregg eat? Well, he loves Mexican food. And check this out. So here's a little Gary Gregg trick. And you basically go and you get your jalapenos from your jalapeno dealer, which is probably the local taco truck. Oh no, they're falling apart. How am I gonna do this with one hand? And you pull out your jalapenos one at a time, apparently. There's one. And there's another. There's nothing like a grilled jalapeno. And oftentimes, whoops, oh no. And yes, that floor is clean enough to eat off of. I do often. And one more. I know there's one. Oh, there he is. He's hiding away. All right, now we've got our jalapenos. We've got our leftover burritos. Watched my kid play lacrosse last night in Marin. We live in Lafayette, so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna save an hour commute round trip and stay here in the nursery for a third consecutive night. My wife's like, that's fine, you snore. So anyway, but I crash here often when I have early deliveries followed by returning late. Enough with the couch. The order of the day is to talk to you all about these two different kind of avocados right here. Let's talk about the differences. What do we have? We have bacon avocado on the left. And Mr. Bacon, wah, wah. And then we have the Sirprize avocado, wah, wah, right here. And let's talk about the differences. First and foremost, look at, and these are overly ripe actually. If your avocados are ripening too quickly, the trick is to throw them into your refrigerator, and that will really slow them down, like by a factor of like 10. So keep that in mind. These are been in the refrigerator, but I don't really like a cold avocado. I like them at room temperature, so I'm going to suffer through it, but these are going to be really good no matter what. So, but yeah, they're overly ripe. So this guy here would normally be prettier looking, but you can see it's like starting to lose its coloration. It's got even a little bit of bruising on it just from laying on its side. So it needs to be eaten today, really needs to be eaten yesterday. You can see the beautiful, gorgeous speckle pattern on the fruit. Looks like a far-off galaxy full of stars. And what I love is this seductive round shape that it has. Very beautiful shape on the bacon avocado. And they get pretty big too. There's big bacons out there. Then with your Sirprize avocado, you're gonna have it's also going to be a thin skin like the bacon. But one of the parents is a Haas, so it's gonna be a little more Haas-like tasting. And right now we're at March 4th, and this is the prime season for these fruit. They probably have a very similar pick period. You're talking like February 1st through July 1st. And I've had more experience with the bacon on that schedule, but the Sirprize seems to be following that in Northern California. So now it's time to utilize my tripod and show you guys the differences on the inside of these fruit. But I'm gonna need both of my hands to do it. So I got my tin foil from my burrito, and that's gonna make the perfect tripod as long as I don't bump the table too badly. Here we go, another avocado video. Woo, woo, woo. All right, so again, not sure if you could see me. Someday I'm gonna have a whole film crew here, you know, once the Discovery Network gives me that big TV show that I always wanted. Actually, I already had that with HGTV for a couple of years. Having the film crew around is a total hassle. Don't get me wrong, guys, we had a lot of fun together. But yeah, that was a lot. They would always beam sunshine onto my face because they said my eyes were so recessed. I looked like a caveman. And the light wouldn't shine in there. And so they didn't want me to look like a freakazoid. So they would reflect all this light on me for like hours for interviews, and it was terrible. And I think I probably aged quite a bit from that. But anyway, the last recession ended that whole experience because they didn't have any more money to pay everybody. So they lived on reruns for a few years. But you can look it up. It's called Superscapes on HGTV. So you can still watch the videos. I look a little younger. It was like, what? It was 10 years ago. No, more than that. Anyway, all right, so look at what we have here. We'll put the seed back in so you can see the seed. So the bacon does have a big seed, as you can see. And the Sirprize has a smaller seed. The fruit size here is not really indicative of a comparison because this is actually a small Sirprize fruit, and this is about a medium size bacon. But the ratio of flesh to seed is greater in the Sirprize than the bacon. So that's one difference, okay? The other difference is that the skin is much darker, like a Haas ripens up real dark. And that's another difference on the two. So now I'm just gonna flat out do a taste test. I'm not gonna make you watch me eat my entire lunch. And yes, I will eat every one of those jalapenos on my two partial burritos. So, you know, we can talk about taking the skin off. Skin comes off fairly easily. Sometimes it gets stuck. You can see here with the bacon, you have to be kind of careful. It's not nearly as fluid as like a Haas avocado. Pretty much all came off that time, but you know, sometimes you'll have to play with it a little bit. And we will try the same exercise with, oh, this is not gonna work, I can tell you right away. No, it's coming. It's just big enough, this skin. You gotta be really careful on the edges. Like once you get a little crease like that, you're doomed. You're gonna be picking that skin off. So if you can just get it, it's like peeling off a sticker off a wall or some tape. If it starts to tear, it's much more difficult to get it off in one piece, which is my challenge at the moment. I think I've recovered myself here, put the thing back together, and now it's coming off. Oh no! See, that's what happens if you're not really good. So there you go. Take that little bit off. I mean, truthfully, you just eat it. I'm gonna do a little experiment for you guys, just for fun. These thin skin varieties, you can actually, well, you can eat all of them. You can eat the thick skin too, but that would be a little psycho, I think, and it would be, you know, whatever. It's probably better for you to eat this than anything else in the fruit. This is probably superfood. So I'm gonna just eat, there's a little bit of avocado left on the bacon. I'm just gonna go for it. It's a little bitter. Tastes like avocado, but bitter, so whatever. Why not? Just starving out in the bush. You only have a couple avocados, eat the skin. So now I'm gonna eat the skin. I don't think this is gonna be nearly as good because this is a relative of Haas. Haas has a thicker skin. I can feel that the texture is rougher on the skin, on the Sirprize than the bacon. I'm gonna eat it anyway because I'm a guinea pig for you, so you don't have to. That's terrible. It's no good at all. So I would say the Sirprize skin you don't want to eat. The bacon skin, oh, it's good. It's not a problem. You know, in fact, I'll even eat some more here. Why not? I'll eat some more later. Okay, I get sidetracked easily. So now we're gonna have a taste test between these two. I wanted them to have a little party with the jalapenos because they all go together so well. Here's the bacon. I mean, I know what it tastes like. It tastes great. It's smooth. People say, oh, bacon's more watery. I don't see them that way. I see them as a thinner, more smooth tasting fruit than like a Haas. And it's lower calorie. It doesn't have as much density to it. It doesn't have as much fat content. But I like that. It's like a smooth avocado. It's like Coca-Cola Light versus Coca-Cola. You know, I haven't drank this stuff in a long time, but that's kind of what I remember. Or it's like iced down soda drink or something. It's not as harsh as, you know, as like a Haas. I mean, Haas could be like loaded full of fat. It's really good, but it's like rich chocolate cake. You know, you can only eat so much of it. Whereas the bacon, you can eat copious amounts because it is a smoother, lighter tasting avocado. You can see the coloration here. I'll put these two right in front of the camera. And the bacon avocado is on your right, and the Sirprize is on your left. Opposite me. See, it takes me a while to think about these things. The Sirprize is a darker avocado, more consistent with the coloration of a Haas. The bacon avocado is a lighter color, more like a Zutano or something. So here we go. I've eaten tons and tons of bacons and I absolutely love them. It's so good. I love it. I love the taste of bacon. There's a little flavor at the end you get that you just know that's a bacon. How to explain it? Creamy. Just creamy. That's probably the best way to explain it. Bacon. And not super overly rich. Okay, I expect this one to be richer because it's related to Haas. It's still going to be good, just in a different way. So here we go. Yep. Definitely richer. Yeah, just a richer, almost like this particular avocado has more of an earthy tone to it. I don't know why I say that, but that's what comes to mind. And just richer overall. And not quite, I mean, all avocados are pretty smooth, but not quite as smooth as the bacon. And so what I do, and I'll probably shut the video off because I don't want to make too big of a pig of myself here in front of everyone. But I literally will just chop these things up. Right here. Take big chunks of your jalapenos and then huge chunks of your avocado. Jam it on top of your burrito. Get your habanero sauce and your super even hotter sauce, and then just take a huge bite, and that's how we'll end it.